Hey guys, it's Brian at Sign Me Up Designs again, and today I'm going to give you guys a really quick video on how to change the clutch cable in a Victory highball. Alright, so again guys, this is going to be a super quick video. I'm not going to go into a whole bunch of detail. I'm just going to get down to the nitty gritty on how to change out this clutch cable and make the proper adjustments to get you back on the road. So I've actually got this clutch cable already replaced. I want to show you real quick on the problem that occurs whenever you need to replace this cable. You see that bend right there? Well, when that bend goes in and out of this sheath, it just does not, it binds. There's like a lot of tension and it binds. That is one of the most problematic areas of this clutch cable. And eventually this sheathing, there's a clear sheathing across this cable, and it will eventually break through and start binding even worse, and eventually will pop. So the only tools you're going to need after you pop off this little side cover right here, there's going to be an Allen bolt right here for the seat, and the other bolt is going to be right here for the seat, dangerously located right above this positive ground terminal. Don't ground out your Allen wrench to this terminal. These seat bolts are a 6mm. Once you pop the seat off, you're going to access this 8mm hex bolt. You're going to pop this cover off. You're going to access another 8mm hex bolt. You're going to pop this cap off, and you're going to access the last 8mm hex bolt, and your gas tank is going to lift up just a little bit. You do not need to take the gas tank all the way off. Now this one's already done, so I'm not going to do it again, but basically what you do is you take the gas tank and you raise it up just enough to put a 2x4 underneath it. You're going to put the 2x4 on top of the frame here, and then these two pins are going to rest on top of the 2x4, so it's going to elevate the tank to about here. And you can do the same thing behind here as well. If you want to put a 2x4 underneath here, you can do the same exact thing. Be careful, the tank will be loose and it will fall if you're not careful. So just note that you don't have to take the gas tank off, but if you don't, just be careful because it could fall. Another option is to take the gas tank off. If you want to do it that way, that's fine too. So up underneath this clutch handle, you're going to access this 10mm nut right here. Once you get that nut off, this pin right here will move straight up and out. Now it's also a good idea once the pin comes out to wipe it down really good and then re-grease it when you put it back in. Alright, pay close attention to the clutch cable routing. It's going to go on the inside of the fork, but on the outside of the frame, and right through this hole right here. Then you're going to follow the cable, which is right here under the tank, and it's secured by 2 or 3 zip ties around the neck of the frame. When the tank is lifted up, you'll have access to all that. Pay close attention to the cable routing right here. You're going to come across one bracket with a 10mm nut that's attached to the frame. You're going to pull that nut off, and then this retainer will come all the way off with the cable. Next, you're going to come down here to this clutch cable attachment to get a 2mm hex on the back side of this bracket. You don't have to take it all the way out, just loosen it and this cover will pop right off. So at this point, your clutch cable will be loose from taking it off up here at the clutch lever. But in my case, since it's not and this is already a done deal, I'm going to show you how you can get this cable out of this assembly here. All you need is a good pair of channel lock pliers. An angled pair like this seems to do the trick. If you grab this lever just like this, you can move the lever in and the cable will slide right out. So once you get the cable undone from this area here, the last step is to get this nut right here, which is a 14mm nut. Now the way I did it was I took this cable and moved it all the way in. Since it's really tough to get a wrench in here, I moved it all the way in and put a 14mm socket around the end of this cable barb, and I was able to break the nut free back here and then spin it all the way off. And at that point, your cable should be all the way disconnected. So once you get the cable disconnected, it's a matter of getting the routing back the same way. Once you get it reinstalled, you're going to need to adjust the cable using this mechanism right here. Now adjustment's really just going to be up to the bike. Every bike's going to be different. The way I like to do it is give it a little bit of slop right here at the lever, but you also want to make sure that your clutch is fully engaging whenever you pull it all the way in. So again, this part's going to take some fine tuning on your own. If you feel any clunking going into gear, or if you feel like it's chugging at a stoplight, you need to tighten that cable just a little bit more to pull it all the way in. Now again, every bike might be different, but for me, I was always told to have a little bit of slop right here at this cable, but in this instance, when I adjusted it that way, it was chugging at a stop sign and it was wanting to take off, so the clutch wasn't fully engaging whenever I had the lever pulled in. So in my case, I had to tighten this up a little bit more than I usually would, and I had less slop in the clutch lever like I usually would too. So that's it guys, this tutorial should work on most Victory motorcycles, crossroads, cross country, 8-ball, highball, Vegas, they should all be about the same. I hope y'all found this video helpful. If you did, consider giving it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you like motorcycle content. I'm always posting new stuff. And if you want to, follow me on Instagram. It's _Brian Rogers, where I'll post to Instagram before I post videos to YouTube. And check out our website, signmeupdesigns.net, where you can see some cool stuff and get you some cool gear. So thanks again for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.